Hey everybody, well, I'm back on the skid steer, and I decided to take the split metal and just cut out the bad stuff there, because I tried to press it back into place, and yeah, it just wasn't having any luck. So here's the piece that I had that I cut out, and what I did is I cut it out and then put it back together, just tacked it in place until there's the split. I was able to hammer it flat and get it back pretty much into shape. Now what I'm going to do is take and just cut a whole piece out of this piece of flat steel here, and just make a new one. Now I can put the holes back in it for the studs. That should work better than trying to bend that and shape it back and get it back into shape. I still need to do some work on this part here. This is pushed in right in here. Get it out. I got a set of hydraulic jaws coming that I can put inside here and pull that back out. It's pretty tough stuff to move. I had a big sledge on that trying to get her straightened out, and it wasn't working. So anyway, I'll get back to her. Alright, so here's what I did. I cut the hole out. I just cut all the bad busted stuff up out of there. Then I took the piece that I had, and this is the part I cut out. When you can see where it's all split and cracked all the way across the bottom. I tacked it to get back together. Then I laid out a new piece of steel on top of it, drilled the holes so they were exactly in the same spot. Then I pressed in the studs back into the holes, and then I welded. This is the inside of the piece, and I welded the pieces of 1/4 inch strapping to there to support the pole, because it'll set like this, and then these corners here, this is where the main tension will be on it. In here, that's still hot. This is where it ripped out. So this is basically how it was setting like this. So it's where it tore out here. So that'll hold that on the inside. Of course, that won't be welded. None of these will be welded in, but they'll be supported to the bottom of the pieces left over. So hopefully I'll be able to weld all the way solid up and around it. So, and we're going to give that a shot and see where we're at. And I'll be back when I get that welded back in there. All right, I got the new piece all welded in. She's pretty good. There's a couple little tiny dips there I filled in. I filled in most of them. I think some gasket sealer will take care of anything that's left there. Nothing's going through, I believe. I think I got everything plugged. I don't think she's gonna leak. I got the gear kind of pushed back up into place there, approximately where it'll go. So when I put the hub on, it'll do. I got a concoction of metal and stuff here to holding that gear into the approximate place. And then on the hub, right now I got I'm getting this the O-ring gasket in there, and of course it's tight and it won't stay in the spot. So right now I've got some gasket sealer going around this O-ring. Let that set up and get that part in there, and then I'll take and put some gasket sealer and stretch the O-ring around the rest of it there. I cleaned out the inside of the bearing and everything, and put some gear oil in there. Re-oiled that. I greased the heck out of the front bearing, and hopefully that's all good. So the next step after this is done, I'll put some more caulk around all this. Every single one of these will get caulk so nothing leaks out around the where the bolts go. I think that should be pretty good there. It's the studs are pressed in there. They are pressed in really well, so I don't believe that they will. I don't think they'll leak, but what I think I'm going to do is just push in a little gasket sealer around each one of these studs on the bottom, just to help with that. But I'll be back when I get this hub on. You definitely don't want to hear me cussing at that hub when I'm trying to get it up there. Alrighty, we'll be back in a bit. Well, I got her all back together. Took her out for a test run. Got the oil in there. So far, everything's looking good. And I'm just going to let her sit in the shop here and check in a few hours, see if I got any leaks or anything. But so far, nothing's leaking, nothing's dripping. So I'm gonna call this good. Alrighty, remember everybody, don't ever run out of projects. Take care, everyone.